Hi, guys, and welcome back to Banter with Brooke. I'm your host, Brooke Podcast, and this week's episode is going to be a little 2023 recap, my final thoughts of the year, going through each month of my year and what I did. And this episode is coming out, I believe, the day before New Year's Eve. So if you are watching this when it comes out, or even if you're watching this on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, whatever it is, I hope that the new year brings you all good health, prosperity, all those good things. And I hope that a lot of your dreams and goals come true this year. So just to start, this year definitely was probably the best year of my life. I just realized so many things about myself and about the people around me who I surround myself with, all that stuff really. So I would say that this year was my favorite so far. I had a lot of personal growth. A lot of goals of mine have been completed. And that's all I can really ask for. So I am going to be looking down quite a bit because I went through my Snapchat memories from each month and just wrote down a couple important things from each month. So I'm going to be looking down to read what I wrote. So to start off, January, on New Year's last year, it was fine. I went into it with some good people. Some of the people there were fine. A bunch of people randomly walked into my basement, which literally was so horrible. Like, I didn't want any of them there, and they all just appeared, but they left, thankfully. But like, that was just weird. Like, I don't know you. We're not friends. Get out of my house. Like, that was literally so strange. So that kind of bothered me, but otherwise it was good. I was having a good time. And even though there were some people there that I didn't really care for, a lot of people that mattered and I do care for very, very dearly were there. So it was a good New Year's. I got my hair done. I wrote down in January. I don't know why I wrote that down. January was very low key. Nothing really happened. I also babysat a lot. I started my nannying job last August. So January, I was only like a couple months into the babysitting, but I do it every single week. I still do. I had a pet snake, which I got her in December of 2022, but I had her, since I'm just doing a year recap, I got her in like mid to late December. So I had just only had her for a little bit and I love her. She was awesome. And I've been wanting a snake for years and years. So that was really awesome. I also got my tattoo right here. Let me show you. I got my big 3 tattoo in January of this year, which I didn't even realize. I got 3, technically 2. One of them was just colored in, but I'll get there. 3 tattoos this year, which crazy. But so yeah, that was my January. I just was working, babysitting, got a new tattoo, got my hair done, and that was my January. It wasn't anything too crazy. February, I got a diamond painting, one of those little things that you put the dots onto the canvas in the corresponding like spots. I got one of those Christmas, not going into 2023, like December 2022. I got it the year prior, and I started it the next Christmas, December 2022. I was like, oh my gosh, I got this for Christmas and I never did it. So I started that and I finished it in February, and that was so much fun. I loved it. It was like 5 cats, and it was like a colorful painting. They were all like cartoonish kind of cats. It was so fun. It is so therapeutic. I highly recommend, if you guys haven't ever done one and you like to do things like color or draw or stuff like that, you should really get one. They're so soothing and like satisfying, especially for me because I have OCD. Just seeing like the things of like each color and letter, like each letter corresponded to a color, and just getting to do that was so satisfying and stimulating for my brain. So that was something I was happy that I finished. I wrote this down because I thought it was so funny. I cried. I watched all the High School Musicals, and I cried during the last High School Musical because that movie is so freaking sad. If you guys have ever watched High School Musical, you will know. Like, the last episode just really hits me home, man. Like, oh, like the ending scene when they're just like walking, and that's like, memories will last forever. I want the rest of my life to feel just like and then the curtains closing. It's like High School Musical. And then it ends. I'm like sobbing. I don't know why it makes me so sad, but just like you really feel connected to those characters in those movies, and those movies like my whole childhood. Anyway, now I'm getting too deep into High School Musical, but I cried when I watched the third one, and it made me laugh. Next thing I did was I got to see SZA in concert in February, and that was so awesome for me. Genuinely, like, I was so thankful. She was awesome. My seats were a little bit to like, so here's the stage and everything's this way. Mine was like over here. So like the stage was kind of, I could only see the side of the stage, but I was still grateful to even go regardless. SOS was like one of my favorite, that's her album she released this year. One of my favorite albums of the whole year. Like, I listened, and like a lot of times when artists will release an album, I'll listen to like a couple songs off the album, but that album, I genuinely liked the whole entire thing, and I listened to the whole thing throughout this year. So I really love her. She's one of my top 3 favorite artists for sure. And my Spotify Wrapped, actually, she was number 2. So love her. It was so awesome to see her. I met some really cool people at her concert. We don't like talk still, but we have each other on Snapchat, and they were really nice to talk to at the actual concert. And I'm just very grateful and thankful that I was able to see her in concert. That was really, really awesome. I also watched the third Magic Mike movie in February when it came out with my 2 friends, and I absolutely love Channing Tatum. He is awesome. He's so funny. He's so attractive. Literally, I follow him on Instagram, and just like all the stuff he posts, like, he's hilarious. He's a good person. He's hot. Like, he can dance. He's literally the full package. So, I had to go and see my man in Magic Mike 3, and it was such an amazing movie. I thought, at least. If you guys like Channing Tatum, or you like the other Magic Mikes and you still haven't seen the third, I recommend you go and see that. So that was my February. Now March, I wrote down, I hung out with friends a lot. I worked a lot. Another very low key, my life is I'm not doing too much all the time. Like, it's very low key, chill. It's relaxing, but I was just working with friends a lot. Oh my gosh, I had to bring my snake to the vet so many times. You guys, this is kind of TMI and gross. If you get grossed out about things, skip a little bit. My snake had something called a prolapsed asshole, basically. And literally every time she would go to the bathroom, her intestines would like come out. And I kept bringing her to the vet. They'd put a little stitch in there so she could still go to the bathroom, just like one stitch, so she could go to the bathroom, but it wouldn't come out. So then it'd be good. She'd go to the bathroom and it wouldn't come out. So then I'd go and they'd take the stitch out. And then as soon as they would take the stitch out, it would happen again. I literally spent hundreds of dollars bringing the snake to the vet all the time. And then the vet was like, okay, you need to take her to a specialist because this is just going to keep happening. And I drove literally 2.5 hours to this vet specialist and literally brought her there. And they told me that because she was still a baby snake, which I'll put a picture of her, you guys, she was so cute. I'll put a picture right now. And so she was so awesome, and I felt so bad. I literally was doing everything I could, like, and just the fact, I was so upset because I had wanted a snake for years and years and years, and then literally I get one, and she ends up having all these problems. Like, you guys, when I tell you I did everything, I gave her such a great enclosure. I had the humidity right. I was feeding her, like, I was doing everything right. She just had this thing she was born with, I guess. And so literally I was there, and they literally told me my options were this $1,000+ surgery that probably wouldn't even be guaranteed to work because she was so young still, because the surgery would attach her like intestine that kept coming out to her wall of her body. But since she was still a baby, she was going to grow multiple feet still, that the surgery probably would not last. And it's not even like 100% certain surgery, or put her down. And she told me like she is suffering, like this is very painful for her. So I'm like, okay, why am I going to do this surgery and all this stuff if it's not even guaranteed and if she's suffering right now? So that was horrible. I literally had to put my snake down. I got her in December and I had to put her down in March, and I don't have another snake. I probably won't get one, at least for a very long time. I still love snakes. They're so cool. But just the amount of money I spent over $1,000 for the cage, for her, for all the stuff, all the vet, like so much money on this snake. And it was just very mentally and emotionally damaging because I literally was just so upset. Like, what am I doing wrong? Why is this? I just felt I'm so like such an empath, especially with animals. And I was just like so upset over the snake. Like, I just wanted her to be okay. So at the end of March, unfortunately, I had to put my snake down, and it was really hard because that was my first ever pet that was like mine. Like, I paid for everything and did everything myself. So that was really upsetting. But on the bright side, also in March, it was my sibling's birthday and my mother's birthday, which I have this tattoo on my arm. It is a daffodil, which it is the March birth flower because my mom, brother, and sister are all born in March. So that was really fun. We went out to dinner for my mom's birthday, and we also went out to dinner for my sibling's birthday. My sibling's birthday is March 15th. My mom's is the 24th. So very close together. We just had low-key family plans just with us, and I love them very much. So obviously I loved celebrating them and celebrating their birthdays. And then at the end of March, I started my liver detox, which, let me take a sip of my coffee, get strapped in. So I see this doctor. She's a functional medicine doctor. And I do believe you need both. I think we need actual doctors and we need holistic stuff and use a mix. I don't think you should just use one or just use the other. But I started seeing her, and she has changed my health drastically. I'm not even joking. And so I've been on like a weight loss journey. She's been putting me on all these supplements, telling me all these lifestyle changes to make. And in March, I started this liver detox, which was a 2-week program. And I could only eat basically meat and vegetables and certain fruits, nothing processed at all, no dairy, no anything, for 2 weeks straight. And the first 2 days of the 2 weeks was fasting. I literally couldn't eat anything for 2 days. And I lost a lot of weight and really felt good. Like, my body eating such clean food, like, and I wasn't eating like less calories or anything. Like, I was eating full meals, and there was like a recipe book that came with it that showed me how to do it, or showed me like the recipes and the ingredients to get and everything. And I think that really, really opened my eyes a lot to healthy eating. Like, I know, like, I've been on a weight loss journey on and off my whole entire life, and not my whole life, but since like 8th grade. And literally it just opened my eyes so much, because I've always known like you have to eat healthy, but doing that program really showed me and helped me out a lot. And I lost a lot of weight. That was like my kickstart into, so when I started seeing her, I had lost like 20-ish pounds. And then from the end of March this year, when I started the liver cleanse, to now, I've lost like 40 pounds. Like, it's really like helped me change my lifestyle around completely. And so that was a really big thing that happened this year, because now I'm still on that weight loss journey ever since that liver detox kicked it off. I mean, I ate a little bit bad on Christmas, but I'm getting back in track now, and even into the new year, I'm going to get back on track, keep getting the scale down, because I've gotten so far. Like, I'm not going to get away from my goal. And I started this in March. So I've been doing this for months and months and months now, this weight loss. So I'm like, okay, I obviously now it's like a habit and I can keep going. But yes, so that was my March. Now into April, I had bleached eyebrows, which my eyebrows are light right now. You can see them, but I low-key kind of want to bleach them again. Like, it was just really fun, and the color always comes back, but I probably won't right now just because I don't really feel like it. But I did like how it looked a lot. I was looking through my memories and they looked really cool. So I have bleached eyebrows. I was really anxious most of this year and the end of 2022 and the beginning of 2023. I was very anxious, not really having a good time. I was feeling pretty lost in my life. I was feeling pretty sad about past like friendships and things that have ended. And oh my God, I'm sorry. I know every fucking podcast you guys are like, oh, like, okay, actually, you probably don't care at all, but I feel bad. Every time I sit here and talk in front of the camera, though, makes my mouth and my throat so dry. So I need to keep drinking liquids. So I'm taking another sip of my coffee, whether you guys like it or not. Sorry. But yeah, I was pretty anxious at the beginning of this year. So yeah, I saw a lot of Snapchats in my memories in April of me being pretty anxious. I started to go on walks almost daily, and that actually was a really key part into my weight loss journey, the start of it, and also a key part to helping my anxiety. Because I was feeling anxious a lot, getting outside, like I talked about in a previous episode, does really help that stuff. So I was trying to go on walks every day, not only for the exercise aspect of it, but also for my mental health. Also, I just looked in the camera here and I saw this. I switched my Squishmallow out. Tell me this is not so cute. I literally saw this Squishmallow at Target and it needed to come home with me. But I also have a problem. I have like so many Squishmallows. I need help. But switched her out. She's so cute. But anyway, back on track. I was going on walks and it was so awesome. Like, if you guys ever are bored, don't know what to do, go for a walk. It is so nice. Another thing, in April, I saw the Mario movie that came out. I saw it with my siblings and my friends. We are such a Mario household in my house. Like, we grew up playing all the Mario games, Mario, everything. Love it, love it, love it. So when the Mario movie came out, we had to see it. And it was such a cute movie. It's so good. That's another thing. If you haven't seen it, you guys should go and see. I also was continuing on my health journey. Like I said, I started that liver detox the end of March. And it was 2 weeks. So going into April, I was still doing it. And then I was just continuing to go on that journey. And then the rest of the time I was just chilling. Every single month, I just babysitting, working, chilling, and then this additional stuff. So that was April. May, I was reading a lot. I started reading actually October-ish 2022. But just this month, the certain book I was reading a lot, and I was really into the book I was reading. It was actually Verity by Colleen Hoover, which I know she was a big artist. I feel like she's kind of controversial. I don't really know, but I love romance books, and that's like what most of hers are. So I don't really know anything about her or her character, but I do like romance books, so I like her books. Verity is a good one if you want to read a book. So yeah, I was reading a lot. I went to this flea market with my mom and my sister, and I wrote that down because that was such a good day. Like, I have so many memories from that specific day of just the stuff I bought, my mood that day. I liked my outfit. Like, that was just such a good day. And I love, love, love flea markets, antique stores, all that stuff. So I was just having a great day looking at all the stuff. I started to go swimming because it was May, so it was starting to get warm, like summery. So I went swimming at my aunt's house, which I love to swim. I love being outside. I love swimming. I love summer, all that stuff. So I started swimming. Me and my brother started watching Clarence, which is the show on Cartoon Network, which if you guys are looking for a lighthearted, funny, cute show, or like if you love cartoons, sorry, my mom's talking and yelling, you need to watch Clarence. It is such a great show. Anyway, so if you guys are looking for a cute, awesome cartoon to watch Clarence. Me and my brother started it in May, and it is so funny. And Clarence is just the cutest, like most likable character. So watch Clarence. We started that in May. It was such a good show. And oh my gosh, in May, my favorite artist is probably Bryson Tiller. I love Bryson Tiller's music so much. I literally have been listening to him for so many years. I love his music to death, and I got to see him in concert this year as well. So blessed and grateful, seriously, that I was able to do that. But however, the girl that I asked to go to the concert with me literally was being so horrible to me, and we had been friends for a while before going to this concert. I was so excited. I literally asked her to go, thought it was going to be an awesome time, but it wasn't. She made me cry. She was being so rude to me. Literally, we didn't even stand near each other at the concert. I was supposed to stay another night, and I literally left early. The concert was in Chicago, and I literally left. It was like midnight after the concert, and I left. And she was just horrible, and we're no longer friends, which is sad, but I mean, I don't want to be friends with her if she's going to act like that anyway. So that was kind of a rough thing that happened, but I mean, literally, I'm not going to let her ruin my time. I got to see Bryson Tiller, and also forgot to mention, we got there so early to wait outside, and they were being horrible with that too. But actually, yeah, they didn't wait. I waited outside the whole day while they were in the hotel getting ready. But besides the point, waited there for so long, but it was so worth it because I got to see my favorite artist front row. I was in the very front for Bryson Tiller. So that was amazing. It was so awesome, and I'm so grateful for that experience, and grateful for even that my friend was being horrible, because now showed me her true colors, and we're not friends. So that was a eye-opening experience. And also in May, my siblings graduated high school, which is such a big thing. I'm so proud of them and happy for them, and very grateful for them, or very excited for them to finish off a chapter of their life and move into the next one, bigger, better things. So that was a fun time as well. Then in June is my birth month, and also June is like the peak of summer. So I was just hanging out with friends a lot, having bonfires at night a lot with friends, doing whatever I felt like doing. I think I also got my hair done that month too, because I wanted it to be refreshed for my birthday. My birthday is June 22nd, so did that. I went to my best friend, my childhood best friend. She moved away to Florida, but in 2021, but she came to visit in June over the summer, and we went to a pride parade, and it was my first ever pride event, and it was so fun and awesome. I'm so grateful I got to do that as well, and I'm glad that she was able to be home for that, because I wouldn't have wanted to go with anyone else. Me and her, my brother and sister went, and it was so much fun. I'm so glad I did that. And it was my birthday. My birthday in 2023 was not one of my favorites, to be honest. It was okay. It was good. I was just a little bit sad because a lot of my friends that I invited, I had my birthday party like the day before my birthday. So at midnight, like when I had my birthday party, it would turn to my birthday. And a lot of my friends that I invited didn't even stay until midnight. Like, people literally stayed for a little bit and left. A lot of people that I invited didn't even show up. A lot of people I invited to kept asking me to bring their boyfriends, which it's like, how the hell am I going to say no, even though I didn't want them there? So I just was kind of not really feeling this birthday, but it was fun. It was good. I'm obviously grateful for the friends. I'm not undermining the great things about it. My friends that did stay, my family, like it was good. All birthdays are good. It's good to just grow as a person, change, and it was a fun time. So, and I also, my aunt took me out to, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, and we had a day there. We ate food, walked around, went shopping, and so that was a really fun and memorable day for me as well. Then July, it was the 4th of July. I did the usual 4th of July activities. So, went to the 4th of July parade in my town in the morning, fireworks at night, hung out with friends. Throughout the day, went swimming at the pool. That was my 4th of July. I was tan and amazing. I'm looking at all my Snapchat memories and I'm so tan. Like, I need that tan back now, but I'll get it. It's fine. I spent a lot of time outside. Again, I mean, June and July are kind of like the peak of summer. So I was just swimming a lot, outside a lot, still going for walks, like almost every day. I started my workout class, which I still go to this workout class now, but July is when I went for the first time. One of our really good family friends' moms, goes to this workout class and was like, you should go. And I kept putting it off. I was nervous, haven't done a workout class in a while. And I started going and I love it. And I still go to this day. And I really think that has also helped me on my weight loss journey a ton. It's 3 days a week, Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. So I'm grateful for that. And I didn't remember that I started in July until I looked at my memory. So that's crazy. I'm very grateful for that. I continued reading and I also saw the Barbie movie. My aunt is the biggest Barbie fan. She rented out a theater in our town, like a little small theater, and invited a bunch of friends and had like popcorn. We all had to dress up in pink and it was just such a cute girly experience and the movie was awesome. I absolutely love the Barbie movie. So that was a great July. August, I hung out with my friend Brooke a lot. She is literally my little sister. I've been babysitting her since she was in kindergarten and I was in 7th grade, and now she's in 7th grade and I'm 20. So it's just crazy how much time has gone by, and she's literally just like my little sister. And I was spending a lot of time with her. In August, I was starting to track my weight. I would weigh myself, which that's kind of toxic habit, but I was really honing down on trying to get that under wraps. I was also really prioritizing who was in my life. I feel like August, I was really just thinking about like who I want to talk to, who I don't want to talk to anymore, like from high school and stuff. And I just feel like August is when I really started thinking about that, prioritizing what I want to do, who is in my life, all that stuff. And I made moon water. August, there was a day in August that there was a full moon and a super moon. And I remember sitting outside under the full moon and journaling and writing down all my intentions and stuff. And I put a mason jar full of water outside overnight in the full moon and brought it inside before the sun hit it and drank it. And it's supposed to give you all the benefits. You set intentions in the water. I'm very spiritual, like I said in a couple episodes ago. So that was a fun thing I did in August. Then September, one of my friends passed away in September 2021. And so me and my friend went to visit his grave in beginning of September. That's when he passed away. I love him and I miss him very dearly. I can't believe that it was 2 years this year that he had passed. And I love him. Hopefully you're watching this from up there and are supporting me doing this podcast. I miss you very much. But on a lighter note, I got new makeup and I really started putting effort into my makeup. I'm not wearing any this episode, but I really started doing things for my appearance, and I got all new makeup that I love. And like, because before I would literally never know what to get. I just get random stuff and use it, and I would never like how it looked. But I actually intentionally bought specific makeup and I still use it now. I also gained even more self-confidence since like the end of March when I started my weight loss thing. I was gaining confidence, but now I'm literally feel like I'm unstoppable, have so much confidence. And I feel like that started in like September. I was just gaining even more and more confidence. And it was amazing. I also got Beats headphones, that's like my first like big girl purchase. I feel like it wasn't that big, but it was like almost $400. Oh, I guess my snake was kind of a big purchase, but I literally I've never had a pair of headphones in my life. I would always have like the little earbuds. Like I literally use the Apple headphones, like the ones that come with the phone that used to, just the white little earbuds. And I don't know if I have small like ear holes or something, but what the fuck are they called? Earbuds never stayed in my ears. They'd always fall out. They always would hurt. And I really wanted a pair of good headphones. And I finally bought some for myself. They're Beats. I love them, love them, love them. And I started bringing those on walks. I started going on walks. Well, I continued to go on walks, and I'd bring them on my walk, and it was such a game changer. I literally love my headphones so, so much. Was really consistently, okay, well, I had been watching the Storniolo triplets on YouTube, and I bought tickets in September to see them on tour, and that was I was so grateful. I was like, oh my gosh, I got tickets. That was awesome. And then I visited my sister at her college. It was her school's homecoming football game. So me and my mom went there and we spent time with her and got to see the football stadium and everything at her school. And that was very, very fun. So then in October, like how I said, I bought the tickets in October, the beginning of October, the closest. So I'm from, like I told you guys, like an hour away from Chicago, and literally the closest show they had to Chicago was in Des Moines, Iowa, which was about a 5 to 6 hour drive. So me and my mom drove to Iowa and we stayed in a hotel, and then I got to meet them, and then we drove back. We drove down on Sunday. The meeting them was on a Monday, and we drove down on Monday, I believe. Yes, we did. Then the meeting them was on a Tuesday, and then we drove back home Wednesday. That was amazing. I literally love them so much. I love their content. I love their message. I love that they're sober. I also am like recently sober. I don't do anything. I just love their morals, their sense of humor. Like I said in my first ever episode of this podcast, they are my dream guests. So if you guys want to share this with them, maybe, I would love to have them individually and together on as a guest. Like they are truly just, and I'm also the same age. We're both 20. Like meeting them was so amazing. And like just seeing them, like being able to do that, like seeing them really helped me a lot, because it honestly solidified like what I wanted to do, like going there and then realizing like, okay, I want to start this podcast. Like I've been wanting to start one for like a year, but after leaving there, that really like, okay, you're going to do it, and look at what I'm doing. So I want to thank you guys for giving me that little motivation, and they were so nice in person. I would really love to be your guys' friend one day, and I would love to have you on the podcast, get to know you. We literally have like the same morals, same sense of humor. Like we would really get along. But yeah, so that was like, honestly, maybe even like the highlight of my year. Like that trip was just so fun, so amazing. And it helped me learn what I want to do, which is this podcast. So that was an amazing thing in October. A lot of family time. Right when we got back from Iowa, my family was here in town from Las Vegas, Nevada, and they were staying at our house, and they have a baby. She's so cute. So I was spending a lot of time with my family. Also a lot of alone time, because like I said, in like August, September, I was starting to realize who I wanted in my life and who I didn't. And I know I wanted to show up for myself. That's for damn sure. So I was really prioritizing being with myself a lot and being with my family, because those are the people that matter most to me. And I also got another tattoo. Shocker. It was Friday the 13th in October. So I was like, this is a sign. I got this one. It is sorry about the red spots on my arm. I literally have like a rash. I don't know what's going on. But I have this ghost and a bat, and I love it. I literally just got it strictly for 3 reasons. It's actually literally 2 reasons. 1, it's cute. 2, I love fall. And that's it. I love fall time and Halloween, spooky time, and I thought it was cute. And it's like a thing to get like tattoos on Friday the 13th. So me and my sister impulsively got one. I literally think I mentioned it the day before. I'm like, you want to go get tattoos? And she was down. So we did that. I was continuing to walk. I was walking even more because I got the headphones. So I was just going on a lot of walks again. And I also had a little fall sleepover with Brooke, my built-in little sister. We baked, we went to when we it's like a ceramics, it's like a pottery place. We painted pottery. We just hung out and it was awesome. And we baked, watched a Christmas movie. We watched Nightmare Before Christmas actually, and look at my Nightmare Before Christmas sweater. It is epic. I got it from a store called Box Lunch. Love that store. And then also it was Halloween that month, and I dressed up as Fiona from Fiona and Cake because, as you guys already know, I've mentioned millions of times, Adventure Time is my absolutely favorite all-time show, and they just recently this year came out with, I don't remember which month, but they came out with Fiona and Cake, which is Fiona and Cake were characters in Adventure Time that were, there's a character named Ice King. They were like supposedly his fan fiction that he was writing. And they made a series literally based off the characters, which the main characters in Adventure Time are Finn and Jake, which Finn is the boy and Jake's the dog. And Fiona and Cake is Fiona's the girl version of Finn and Cake is the girl version of Jake, but Jake is a dog and Cake is a cat. Anyway, I dressed up as Fiona for Halloween. My aunt had a Halloween party that was so fun. And the actual Halloween, though, I didn't do anything because it was snowing. We literally have not gotten any snow this whole winter. The only time it snowed so far this year where I live was on Halloween, and it was like blizzarding. So we barely got any trick-or-treaters, barely did anything. We just chilled at home. And then November, I met my friend's baby, you guys. Oh my gosh, he is the cutest thing ever, and I am so grateful. She told me I was the aunt. I get to be an aunt, and he is the cutest thing ever, and I'm so grateful. She's like so awesome, like too. She literally just like handed him to me and just let me hold him, which was like everything. And I am just so happy for her and proud of her and her boyfriend. They are going to be great parents, and I'm so grateful that I'm in your life. And if you're watching this, I'm so grateful I'm in your life. So grateful that I got to meet your baby and you're allowing me to be a part of his life. I'm so excited to watch him grow up. And I'm so glad that you and your whole family, I'm so close with their whole entire family, her brother, her younger sister, the parents, like I love their whole family. And she just had a baby and I'm so happy for her. And I'm so grateful I got to meet him. I also went and saw Lil Skies in concert. You guys, can you just process that? And okay, no way, shape, or form am I trying to brag at all. Genuinely, I do not want to brag. And I paid for all these things with my own money that I worked for. I have jobs, I work for these things. But I got to see like all my favorite people. My Spotify Wrapped top artists this year were Lil Skies was number 1. SZA was number 2, Bryson Tiller was number 3, Justin Bieber was number 4, and Drake was number 5. Justin Bieber might have been 5 and Drake was 4, but those are my artists, and I got to see 3 out of the 5. And I actually had tickets to see Justin Bieber. I don't think it was this year. I think it was a year or 2 ago, but then COVID and everything got messed up and never saw him. But I literally got to see SZA, Bryson Tiller, the Sturniolo triplets, and Lil Skies all this year. And oh my gosh, so amazing. I also got to meet Lil Skies, which was so full circle moment for me. I literally have been listening to him since like 2017. I was in like 8th grade. I love his music. I love him. And I went with my brother, which that was also so fun for me because it was also Matthew's first time going to a concert like that, like standing and everything. And so it was really fun. It was awesome that we got to meet him and go to his concert. We love his music, and it was fun. Just something me and my brother did, just us driving to Chicago to go to a concert together. That was so much fun. I went to the bar and I visited my friend at school. We went to this bar. It was 18 plus night, and there was like a drag show there, and it was so cool. I was on my first drag show, and it was a gay bar. It was really welcoming energy, because sometimes men at bars can be a little predatorial. And this was not like that at all, because everyone was just gay, having a fun time, paying attention to the drag show, having fun. And the music was good. We were just dancing with me and my friends and my sister and everything. So that was really, really fun. And then it was Thanksgiving, which for the first time in my life, Thanksgiving, I ran a 5K, you guys. I have never, and okay, all throughout my life in middle school, we had to run the mile, I think like every other Monday at my middle school. We had to run a mile, and they'd time us and everything. I hated it. And then in high school, we didn't do it as often. We did it like once a semester. So then I had like a very slow mile time, and I have not ran in forever. But since I've been on my weight loss journey and working out, I ran. Me and my sister did it together. We ran a 5K literally at like 7 a.m. on Thanksgiving. And I ran the whole first, okay, not sprinting, y'all, but jogging. I jogged the whole first mile without walking. And I've never done that in my life. Every time I've ran a mile in my life, I've had to walk some of it. I ran the whole first mile. And a 5K, if you don't know, is 3.2 miles. I ran that. I obviously had to stop and walk for a little bit, but we ran it more than we walked. The fact that we ran the whole first mile without stopping, and the fact that I ran more than I walked, is more than I thought I ever would have been able to do in my whole life. So that was so awesome. Such a huge accomplishment for me. And Thanksgiving was awesome, just low key and very chill with my family. And good thing I ran a 5K, because I was eating good like all year. And I didn't want to restrict myself on Thanksgiving, because that would have just made me sad and caused bad relationship with food, all that. So the fact that I ran 3 miles in the morning made me feel a little less guilty about eating my Thanksgiving food. So yeah, Thanksgiving was great. And also in November is when I uploaded my first podcast to this channel. And I'm so, so happy that I finally started this, you guys. Like, this makes me so happy, and I'm going to continue to do this forever. Even if I have 1 million views or 5 views, I'm going to keep doing this because I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy it for me. So I started that. I uploaded my first episode in November, and I'm going to continue to do that on to this year in 2024. So you guys better stay tuned and keep watching. And I'm so happy that I did that. And then in the beginning of December, I had to watch my little cousin while his parents were at a wedding. And it was so fun. They just moved to a new house, and it's so nice. But literally, I was babysitting him, and they have hardwood stairs, and I was wearing socks, and I literally slipped down the fucking stairs like a cartoon character. My legs literally went out from under me, and I fell down like 7 steps. And he was like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" Like, he was freaking out. I'm like, "Sorry, buddy." I was fine. I just had a bruise on my hip, but it was fun bonding time with my little cousin. I also got another tattoo. This is what I was talking about earlier. Not another one, but one that I previously had colored in. I'll put a picture. And my sister actually drew that for me. She is an artist. She's very good. And she drew it for me. I was like, "Draw me like a little like tattoo." I sent her some inspo pics, and she drew these mushrooms for me, and I got them colored in. They're awesome. And I just got them because they're cute. But then I was looking it up, and I was like, I wonder if there's a meaning for like mushroom tattoos. And I looked it up, and it's such an awesome meaning. Like, literally, it says, because mushrooms, you know how they're like a fungus, and they help break down like decaying matter and like turn it into, and so it literally said it represents, like, I'm not picking my nose, just had an itch. It represents like being the cycle of like immortality, and like nothing ever fully dies. Like, it just turns into something new. And in another episode, I know I mentioned, like, I believe in that truly. Like, I think your soul never dies. Like, I think you just go into something else, but you never die. And I thought that was a beautiful message, because mushrooms help break down stuff and turn it into new stuff. Like, it just is showing the cycle of things and how everything is cool. And if you literally, I kind of don't remember fully, but if you literally Google mushroom tattoo symbolism, you can find the article, and it said a bunch of awesome beautiful meaning. So I was like, okay, because it kind of you would think it means I like trip on shrooms or something, but like, no, I am not about that at all. I don't do drugs, will never do drugs. But I was like, I don't want people to think that, but I was looking up other meanings and I just wanted them because they were cute. But then I saw that meaning and I was like, oh, that's so awesome, because that's genuinely something I believe in. So that was that. And also, again, continuing to work on this podcast in December, and my Christmas was amazing. I'm very grateful for everything I got. And spending time with family, of course, is the number one thing. I love my Christmas. I posted the episode before this was my holiday episode, and I was telling you guys about everything I do on Christmas. So if you want to go learn about that, you can watch that one. But it was very amazing, very great time with family. And actually, I'm filming this the day after Christmas. And last night I was with family until like literally after midnight, and we were playing games and just, we ate good food. It was very, very fun. And so that was my 2023 recap of all the months. I'm sure I forgot some things, and I'm sure you guys don't really care that much, but it's my podcast, so I'm going to tell you guys what I want to tell you. And like I said in the beginning, this year was for sure my best year of my life for myself wise. I really focused on my, not only my physical health by doing that liver detox and starting my weight loss journey, but also my mental health a lot. I really, really, really prioritized myself, and I did things for myself, going on walks a lot, distancing myself from people in my life that no longer serve me, just being honest with myself and my feelings, not holding back, just like knowing who I am and sticking to that. And I hope to continue that for 2024. I actually brought some crystals. I have this one right here. It's a rose quartz. I have this one right here. It's labradorite, which look at the shine on this, you guys. Like, wait, hold on. Ooh, you see that? Anyway, and I have this one, which is chevron amethyst. And I just want to hold these all in my hand while I set intentions for 2024. I just really have a good feeling about this year because of all the growth I've done and I'm continuing to do. I just know this year is going to be great. Going into 2024, some of my goals and things I want to accomplish is I want to get to my actual weight goal. My like ideal weight, I am about 40 pounds away from, and I can definitely achieve that this year. So I would love to continue my health journey and get to my goal weight. I would love to continue growing my podcast and making amazing episodes for you guys and for myself. And just, I have really high hopes for my podcast, and I know it's going to go places. I'm setting that intention. I'm manifesting that my podcast is going to be great and successful. And I appreciate you guys so much for viewing it. Seriously, it really just helps me a lot, like mentally, and just I really love doing this. So I'm going into 2024. I want to continue to do this. I'm going to continue my health. I'm going to continue my confidence and personal growth, just trying to be the best version of myself I can be. I want to be a good friend. I want to just express myself. I want to be more outspoken, say my feelings no matter what. I want to make lots of money this year. I'm manifesting prosperity and money and good health and all of those things into the new year. And that is all I can ever want. I just want to prioritize my health, my weight loss, my podcast, my mental health, good health, prosperity, happiness, all of the good things I am manifesting into 2024. I actually am going to make a vision board before the new year. I really, really need to get on that. I want to print photos and set intentions and make a whole vision board for the new year just to visualize my goals, because that genuinely does help. And so that goes into my piece of advice for this episode going into the new year is to just set intentions and goals for the new year. I think the concept of New Year's resolution is a little bit weird. And I also think people just set unrealistic goals and then think they're going to stick to them, and then they don't. Like, they have such a big, oh, for New Year's, I'm going to do this. And it's something so unrealistic that you can't do. And also, the winter is the time when the body's like resting and everything. Like, honestly, to do like a major thing would be like into the spring when everything starts to bloom and everything. But I don't think also you should wait till New Year's to like do something for yourself. Like, you don't need to be like a New Year's resolution. I think you should just set goals and set things you want to do any time of the year. But it is a new year. It's a fresh start. It's also the new year. New Year's Eve is on a Sunday. So it's starting the year, like a new week, new everything. And I just want you guys to set intentions and goals for the new year, and anything is genuinely possible. If you believe it, you can achieve it. I genuinely believe that. So I'm manifesting all the good things to happen to me, and I highly suggest you guys do the same. You got this. You can achieve your goals if you put in the work. And I believe that we will all I'm sending good vibes and good health and happiness all to whoever's viewing this. And I hope you guys also have a great, great, great 2024. Let me put my crystals down so I can finish this right. But yes, I hope you guys all have an amazing 2024 and you accomplish everything you want to do. Set those goals, make a vision board, write down your goals, do something just to finalize your thoughts and close in on this year. I thank you guys so much for being a part of my 2023, and I can't wait for you guys to join me into 2024. This is going to be an amazing, amazing journey, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and a happy, happy new year. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please comment more podcast ideas. Hit the like button. Follow all my socials. The links for those are in the description. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.